Okay, here we go. I need your attention now. Sorry, it took me a second, because I didn't find it. All right, but does everybody understand this on your notability, correct? All right, now, it says here, all right, write an equation of the regression line for the data in the table. Then find the correlation coefficient. The first thing I want you to do is erase the correlation coefficient. All right. Basically, what that is just telling you how accurate the line is of best fit. All right. And we're not mathematically able to do that. It would be something that your calculator would do. So you are not going to be responsible for the correlation coefficient. So you can just kind of cross that out. All right, you are responsible for writing the equation of the line. Now, the regression line just simply means it's kind of like another example or line of best fit. Have you guys done a line of best fit in your science yet? No. All right, so last year the kids talked about the line of best fit. And now, if you want, the computer or the calculator has the ability to find the exact line of best fit. So generally what happens is you're going to plot the points, and I'm going to show you how to plot the points, and then you're going to look at the points, and you're going to try to draw an equation. But instead of doing that by hand, you're going to allow the what? The calculator to do it. All right? Now, just to make sure you guys are listening, and you got to let me know when you get off track. All right? Now, the table shows the number of goals the soccer team scored in each season since 2005. Now, do I really want to type in 2005 on your calculator? No, it's just not necessary. All right. So what we can do is we can say when x equals 0, all right, when x equals 0, that really corresponds to x equals what? 2000. Right? So when x equals 1, we're talking about what? 2001. When we're talking about x equals 2, we're talking about what? 2002. All right? That's just going to save us some time. All right? Now, what we're going to do now is we're going to input these points. We're going to input these points. Now, how do you, does anybody remember how to stat and then what? Stat and edit. Now, we're not just doing one point, we're doing lots of points. So, again, keep in mind, this is the x value and this is the y value. All right? So, I want everybody to type in, come on, stat, edit. Under L1, type in 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, how are we working? I thought you found your calculator. No, I forgot. Okay, now we're not asking you to do anything right now. All right, I'm asking you to type under L1 those, and under L2 those numbers right there. Is everybody okay with that? All right, and just type right over. Is there, okay, so all right, show me your calculators. I want to make sure they're in. Everybody's got to show me. Show me. Boys, you still working? Oh. Typing them in, right? You got it? Hey, Hanson. Yeah, I'm typing them in. You got it? All right, I want to see it. I'm not happy with yes, I typed it in. Sebastian, let me see yours. Let me see yours. All right. You in yet? Boys, let me see. I want to see it typed in. Okay. All right, you good? Now, Will? You got it? Okay. Now, listen, probably wouldn't be a bad idea now to kind of write some things down so I can show you how cool it is. But the first thing, remember, we want to go to our y equals Hit y equals, and if there's a line in there, I need you to clear that out. If there's a line in there, I need you to clear it out, right? No, now listen, here's where I want you to remind yourself. The plot 1, remember, the plot 1 that's above needs to be highlighted, all right? That needs to be highlighted. Is everybody with me on this? Right? It needed to be highlighted. If it's highlighted, that means that it's on, okay? And you want the calculator to be able to plot the points, correct? So now what I want everybody to do is I just want everybody to hit graph and then show me your calculator. Graph and show me your calculator. Show it to me. There should be nothing on there. Nothing on there, right? And why is there nothing on there? Because the data doesn't fit in that screen, right? We're on a 10 by 10 screen. And this is all, hold up, I'm going to tell you how to fix it. This right here, the y value goes all the way up to what? 42, right? So now I want everybody, here's the really cool thing about it. You have to hit the zoom. Now I want you to scroll down to where it says stat. Now, if you hit zoom stat, it's going to adjust the X and Y axis to put the dots on the screen for you. So do that, right? Is everybody with me? Then put your calculator up so I can see it. So I can see it. Let me see it. Zoom stat. Isn't that nice? All right. Now, you got it? Come on, let me see yours. That's not zoom stat right, I don't think. Well, everyone else is like this. So now, the other thing I want to say too is, if you don't enter the data points properly, you're making that's where, or that's why some of yours look different. You good? All right. So again, if yours looks different, just double check your data points. That's all. Did you hit zoom? Stat. Now, okay, go back to y equals because they're not on yet. Remember, I said you got to go up there and hit enter. Now zoom stat, and it'll be good. Zoom 9. Let me see it. Zoom 9. And then it goes to stat. Enter. Oh, you're killing me today, man. Stat, edit. You didn't type in L1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. L2 are those. Come on. Hurry up. Hurry. Right now. Just type right over them. No, I'm not asking you to do anything. I want you to look at your screen. Let me see your screen. I need to know that you're in. I need to know that you're in. All right, you're in now. Did you zoom? That means for some reason yours. You're doing 2,000. Oh. Right? Now listen to me. I want to say something. Hey, listen. That's what I'm at. I want you to hear me. Listen to what I'm saying. He accidentally put, listen, I couldn't figure out why his was wrong. And it's kind of the same thing why I'm yelling at Will a little bit. And I'm yelling at you a little bit because, you know what I mean? In order to be great, you got to be able to listen. All right? Now, what he did was he put in 2005, 2006, 2007. Does that really make a difference? And the answer is no. The graph will look different, but it doesn't make a difference. You hear what I'm saying? So it just takes longer to type in 2005, 2006, when we could just say 5, 6, 7, 8. You with me? So I don't care if you leave it like that, but I would prefer that you go back and change it because I want your equation to match our equation. Are you in? All right. Now, watch the beauty of this thing now. All right. What we're going to do now is we're going to tell the calculator, does that really look like a line? No, but do you agree there's a general trend heading what? Positive. Thank you. So your calculator now has the ability to find the best line that matches those points. Now, is there a single line that matches those points? No, there isn't. But there is a program that will find the absolute best line. We couldn't do that, but the computer can. So now here's how you do that. All right, you're going to find the linear regression. So I have to ask you to hit stat button. Now, once you're under stat, What did you say? How did you know that? That is correct. You're at stat, then you got to move over to calc. Now, those are all the types of graphs that it could create for you. But since we're studying what? Lines, we're going to do the line. So you go down to number 4. And now you just hit enter all the way through. Now, the X list should be L1, then L2. Then you just go all the way through to the end, and it tells you what the line of best fit is. What are you doing? Yes. So, whoever did that now, I want you to tell me, Caroline, tell me what your equation is. Y equals.
AX plus B.
Yes, now the A, wow. Guys, now I need your attention. All right, what I asked you to do is go to second calc. I think it was number 4, and then hit enter all the way through. When you hit enter all the way through, your computer flashes, and then it gives you a bunch of answers. All right, now on your calculator, it says y equals ax plus b. Personally, if I was designing this, I would just put what? M. But for whatever reason, Texas Instrument decided to mess you up and put an A instead of a what? M. I have no idea why. All right, but that's supposed to be an M. So the equation of the line of best fit is, Caroline, y equals, what's A?
A is 1.
Just come on.
1.31.
Okay, X. I know. I wanted you to read them off.
1.3142857.
Is it necessary to write all those out? No. I say in math, in this particular case, we round to 3 decimal places. That's the standard, to round to 3 decimal places. So what would it be again if you were rounding to 3 decimals? Or do I need to teach you how to round?
1.314.
All right. 1.314x plus
37.80. Oh, wait, no. 810.
810. All right. Smooth. I like that. All right. So now, that is the answer. That's the answer. That's all there is to it. That's it. All right. I just found the line of best fit. Now what I want you to do, though, is I want you to, hey, guys, I'm not sure if you're listening to me. And if you're not, you got to raise your hand because you're messing him up. And I think you're doing something you shouldn't be doing. So I know you are. All right. What is your question, Lander?
Well, I changed everything and I'm still getting the wrong answer.
Well, is it close?
No, it's like 5.
All right. So let me look at yours. Did you check your data?
I tried to delete the 0, so I did.
Do we have a 0, 0 on there? If you change the data points, it's going to give you. Since who?
When I hit clear, that doesn't mean it can't be done.
Right? How do you clear a 0? You know. Hey guys, again, listen. I do want to say, because Miles, listen to me again. Miles, hear me. I appreciate you helping. You hear me? All right. I just want you, listen. The problem I'm having is I'm having to walk around the room because some of you are not listening. And then all of a sudden I ask you to do something and you hit enter, and just keep hitting enter, and then you don't know what you're doing. All right. You got to learn to listen. I promise you, I'm putting you in the perfect position to be successful. But I'm on number 1. I should be on number 5. We should be almost done. All right. Now I'm asking Hanson, boys in the back, does everybody okay with this answer here?
Yes.
Girl, what?
Whenever I hit calc,
That means you're not doing something correct. Your calculator is not weird. Give him the calculator back and bring it up here. Bring it up. Come on. I'm in a hurry. And you guys are just, So, stat, calc, linear regression, 4, enter, all the way through. What is the problem? Tell me.
I was hitting
That means you're not what? You're not listening. That's what? That's exactly what that means. Come on. I'm trying to be crystal clear. And I've told you, you're super smart, but you better listen to me. All right? Now, those of you guys who are brilliant know how to do everything else. I shouldn't have to repeat myself. Those of you guys who struggle with technology, let me continue helping you. Now, we're going to do one last thing, though. All right? Up here. All right? I want you to add one thing for me. All right? One thing. I want you to estimate the goals scored in 2020. What would be the goals scored in 2020? Now, how do I do that? No. That's what this equation is for. Listen to me now. Connor, you're in La La Land. Are you listening? Boys, are you listening? This is the equation. What number, if I want to figure out how many goals I'm going to score in 2020, what do I plug in? 20 for what? Do I plug in 2020 or do I plug in 20? You just plug in 20. Now, on your calculator, here, watch how cool this is. Go to second table and just type in 20. Now, you can type right over it, but you didn't put the equation into the line. Okay, so under y1 now, guys, sorry, maybe I didn't do that. Everybody type in under y1 that equation so you can see it fits right in there. Sorry, I didn't mention that. I was sidetracked. Everybody type in on y1. Sebastian, are you good now? And if not, Sebastian, I'm trying to be patient, okay? So I listen, Sebastian, I really want to help you. So if you're still stuck, I'm trying to get you over, you can still ask, even when I'm yelling at you. So where are you at on this? Please tell me. So you're now just entering the points into the table? Come here, let me see what you're doing, buddy.
And then it for y1.
Let me see. Yes. Oh, right. Right? Are you guys up on that?
Yeah.
Let me see your line. Let me see the line. You should be on there, right?
Oh, the line. I'm already on the line.
Unless you didn't do 20x? Really? You put in 20x? What are we supposed to put in? Yeah, 20 is a little bit different than 1.314 there. Miss Sheps. Yes. Brilliant. You finally got something right. Good. Now, if it is, yes. And then you put down how many goals are we going to estimate?
64.
Yeah, we should estimate about 64 goals. Of course, I know you're familiar with soccer and you can have 0.04 goals, right? I'm sure. All right. 64. So you go to second table and type in 20. And there's your goals. 64. Come on, guys. It's super important. Super important. Come on. Make sure you understand. Yeah, but we're not putting 64.09.
You can't make 64.09.
Mine's 39.09 goals. Wait, mine's 39.
And then you get
You're not even on the line yet. Y equals.
Wait, I thought it was.
Type in that line. Your X in there. Oh my goodness. What am I doing to you, Carter?
Oh, but that's
Yeah, right. I just cleared. Yeah, right. Yeah, okay. I believe it. You guys know. Yeah, pass. Good. Now go to second table. Oh, yeah. You good? You got everything? Okay. All right. So again, that's number one. Now we're gonna do number two. So everybody, stat, edit. Now listen, look up because I'm gonna try to show you something. Hey, eyes up, and if you don't hear me, and you clear it out, I'm going to make you figure it out on your own. That's how I'm going to tell. Everybody's listening to me. Hey, stat, edit. Just hush. Stat and edit. Is everybody on edit? Now, we have a new list going in. Does everybody agree? Now, you are not allowed to delete a list, but you can clear the list. You can delete individual points, but if you delete the list, it's kind of hard to get it back up. So what I want everybody to do is go to stat, edit, and I'm going to show you. You can look right up here. So I'm going stat, edit. Now, you go above where it's highlighted on L1. Do not delete. You don't want to delete. You want to clear the list. So if you hit clear once and then go down, it automatically clears it out for you. You're not allowed to delete. You can only what? You can only clear. Do not delete. Clear the list. All right? If you delete, I've got to come add it back in, and I'm not going to be happy because that means you're not listening. Yeah, go down. Look at that. All right, you got it? Now, for the second one, again here, guys, we're doing the same exact problem. 2002. Instead of doing 2002, we can do 2. And then, again, at the end of 2006, I want to put 2020 on each one. You're estimating what it would be on 2020. Yeah, put 2020. And get busy. And I'm walking around the room, and I'm smacking you in the back of the head. All right? If you're doing something wrong, you're getting smacked. You're definitely getting smacked. That's not even an option. Shh. Hey, he's up front. You're in the back. He's up here for a reason. What are you doing? I just want to hit you.
Would you put 20 in front?
No.
No.
You type that in on the calculator. 0.064x. And I want to see everything. I want to see the points. I want to see the line. All right? Not yet. Graph. Did you zoom stat it? Oh, no. What are we?
I didn't see the
Stat, edit.
No. What do you mean errors? Do that.
You haven't even put
Oh,
oh my
That's
God.
because I already did it before, so I got confused.
Yes, clear out the old graph.
Wait, and then this is
Yeah, you can, no, don't. Yeah, don't put 2020 in. Delete it now. You have to delete it. Syntax error means you didn't type it in correct. Do not put 2020 in as a point.
Let me clear it.
They're percentages. They're percentages. Percentage and a number is points. It's 2. You have to put 2 points over.
Zoom what? Stat edit or stat count line 4. 4. Enter all the way through. Boom.
Oh my goodness, I am so happy right now.
Maddie, what you got? Wait, what do I do? Wait. Oh, I have to
You didn't have to do 24.
Yo, I love you. I didn't do that. I did 24. I love you. You deleted it. This is your fault. Wait, I'm extra. Being grandma.
Told you.
No, I did it right.
It's not. You have to do the numbers.
Did you zoom?
What do you want to show us?
Zoom.
What happened?
Why? Non-variable statistics? What are you doing?
I don't know. I just
Stat.
Oh!
How? Then you go down to 4. You're not hitting enter.
That's what I did. I thought that
4.
was like,
Oh my
I thought
gosh.
that's the thing that you entered.
Yes. Now what's it going to be in 2020? Oh yeah. What?
Is that right? I keep guessing. Mr. Stroud, I got it now.
Oh, it's 85.
Yes.
Now, like,
Oh.
what?
What did you get?
Keep the
difference. It just messes the graph up. It shrinks the graph. Leave it as the decimal points where they are now. Thank you, Catherine.
Yeah, thanks, Catherine. How does it get back? Zoom stat. And then hit 4 and then enter all the way. What? No. Where? Okay, hit stat. Stat, go down. There, hit 4.
What it is in 2020.
Let's go. So then 2020 next to this one. This is actually like a
So you get 22.8.
No, I said that over and over. Let me make sure you guys hear me again on that. Probably that's my fault. Listen, this can't be on your stat edit. The reason it can't be on your stat edit is because it will create a dimension mismatch error, which means it's plotting this point, but you have not put a y value in. That's why it says dimension mismatch error. Now, if you're listening, you just learned something about what dimension mismatch means. It's trying to graph a point, and it can't graph a y because you didn't put a y in there. That's why there's a dimension mismatch. You're not putting 2020 or 20 on the graph. Now, I'm coming around the room. If you're not sure, you should be working at your own pace now, writing all these problems down. All of the answers. All right?
So after I've done the y
You're not just a
equals
graph.
What do you mean
and then
dimension?
don't have
You didn't zoom staff yet. Zoom none. Now if you so you can see it.
but I didn't have to go to table 2020.
So now you go to second table.
Wait, so you have to go to Zoom
So now you type in that.
5.
We have Latin after this.
Yeah.
I don't think you can get it
I'm
now.
not presenting.
Oh, it's possible. I guess I don't see it.
Oh wait, no, we have
If
ours.
you're doing it the same way, but you have to look at your data points.
I'm really
If this
nervous.
is going up and this is going up, you can't get
Me
it.
too.
I'm scared he's gonna be like, no, this kid for the president. And I'll be like, yeah.
I'll be like, yeah, alright.
They're not getting what it
Yeah,
says.
but I like.
This is what
I studied a lot and I reread the chapter and like I went
I like
and actually
watching
thought about it. Yeah.
Yeah,
My mom told me. So I mean I feel really good about it.
this video was basically Roosevelt's man. What's his name?
He just promised, that's how he got into office basically, because he promised a square deal and that really helped him like win
And like basically
office.
it was to have like he wanted like
Everyone to have, no, he wanted everyone to have like an equal chance to succeed.
Oh my gosh, it's insane.
Like it didn't matter like Will, it didn't matter who you worked for, like what you did as a job, but it was basically
He still wanted
promising that everyone would have the same opportunity. And also like listening to the retention. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I care. Do I have to care?
I didn't see it. I looked for it. I'm kind of forgetting what I have to do right now.
But I need to get on my
You forgot the X.
whatever money.
No, but I haven't gotten the thing.
Write it down when you get. And I forgot. After I do this step, where do I go to type in 20? Oh, then I type in 20.
Wait, so
Have I been doing this on time? I think I have. Yeah.
What did you get for 60, the other one? Wait, what? Yeah. Oh my god, I think I didn't plug in 20 for that. Yeah, too.
And then
Yeah, that's what I got. 172x.
okay, now look on number 5. Look up here real quick, guys. Hey, I need your attention on number 5. Number 5 is a little bit different. It gives you some questions down here. And instead of me putting something in there, they're saying pH of what? 10. So you're filling in 10 here. Is everybody with me? All right. Now, I walked around individually and asked if everybody understands. And everyone is telling me they know how to do it on the calculator. You can't be good at it if you don't do the 5 problems. You should be able to click, 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 click. Now, as much as I'm fussing at Sebastian, listen, you have to listen. It's not intuitive the first time you do it. All right? Then if you start making mistakes, let's correct them. All right? But this whole thing needs to be done. And then what am I going to put on classroom? The review, thank you. But I need some of you guys to work on over the weekend. You have to put these numbers in. Yes. There's no way to avoid that.
Did you get 6.464? Okay, hit Y.
All you should do is this.
Clear that. Wait, yeah, clear it. And then type in 0.172
Check.
x plus.
That is
I did that one wrong.
3.75, and you did 3.74.
I did that one wrong, but that's not.
And then, second and graph. And then make that 20. No, make the top one 20. And then it would be 6.464, which is final answer.
Now, hey, listen, someone just found out. Listen to me, please. I need your attention. Someone found out a little difference, just a little bit, could make a what?
F.
Could make a big difference. Yes, could make you an F on your test. Listen to what I'm saying. A little difference. If you accidentally type in 2.1 and it should have been 2, it can make a big difference in your data. All right, that's why everybody has to type it in exactly the same. All right, now again, there's nothing more I can do, guys. I'm asking you to do all 5 of these. The end.